Right, good evening everyone. Of course, Reese's Trains here. Can you all hear my voice? Is this working? I hope we're not going to have any technical problems that sometimes happens on these streams. But I hope this is all going to play out well. I'll say hi to people while I'm here. If any of you can make out what I'm saying, which I hope is working, I'll take this. What's the word I'm looking for? The image off the screen in a minute. I'm just still kind of setting up. This is always what happens when I start a stream. I'm always in the process of setting up. Even though I'm getting a message on my computer now that my device has stopped responding as being disconnected. Oh, get off, thank you. Ignore that, guys. That did not happen. That was just I'm on my laptop at the moment, so it's I'll get that sorted out in a minute. I'm just still sorting this out. I'm still kind of sorting out the lighting in this room, so you can see me. But I'm hoping while streaming, my laptop charger is charging and not gonna drain to a point where it's gonna go flat. Cause what happened was, before I started streaming, I got into my room, got the laptop out, plugged it in, and just as I was plugging it in, it went dead. How typical. Oh dear, these things happen. But anyway, enough of me rambling on. I ramble on a lot. You all know me. I've got a habit of doing that. But let me say hi to people. Who we got here? Ian, evening. Elijah, evening. Boston, Elevated Aviation, evening. Car dealer, ooh, nice. Looking at some fancy cars. If it was me, I'd be looking at some fancy trains. Only if there ever was a train dealer. Well, I'm not too sure how that would work out, though. Who else? Hi, Dexter. Trains and buses, yes. Gotta love public transport. Anything that, anything that moves, basically. Anything, that's, any kind of public, like not just, public transport, but like, vehicles or that kind of thing, so yeah, that kind of thing. Yeah, I'll sort that in a moment, Elijah. Oh, hey G, good to see you on here. How you doing? Hope all is well. Now, bear with me a second. My lighting in my room is, well, pretty dark, but I'm gonna get rid of that picture of the turbo star in a second. Don't worry, I'm sorting this out as we speak. Let's see here. Just bear with. Whoa, flipping heck, the room's just lit right up. I've got LED lights in my room, so it lights everything up. Let's have a look. So, let's see how this works. Oh, I need my video capture. I use Streamlabs OBS. Okay, it's froze. Why is that? Hold on, guys. I'm sorting it. Why is my thing frozen? This is interesting. Bear with me, folks. I don't know why my camera is freezing. Literally just froze to the point where I was just standing and hold on a minute. It wasn't from when the laptop died, because it literally died like a minute ago. Oh dear, we're off to a wonderful start here, Fantastic start. Right, let's deactivate the camera and let's reactivate it. Let's see what that does. Oh, lights on. Right, guys, I think I've got this. I hope. Yay! There we go. You can all interact with me a little bit better now. Let me just move this laptop because I don't know why there's this. Hold on a minute. I'm not. Hold on, guys. I'm just thinking of what's going on with. There's a bit of a like. What's it called? A bit of like. It's a bit dark on the corner of the screen. I don't understand what it is. Bear with me. I'm just gonna adjust 1 minute. Let's see. Is this fine, folks? Please tell me if this is fine. This is probably the best I can do so I can chat with you guys. I'm hoping that sound and vision okay. That's good to hear. Let me catch up on comments. Any I've missed out. It's good to see that we have an inclusive, community on here. It's always nice, to have, like people with, similar interests, and, it's nice that we can all connect, that way, because not everybody, everybody's different, we all have different interests, but I think it's nice we can all, connect and stuff. Who else have we got on here? G Loves Trains, is brilliant, of course. Her videos are great. I say definitely check her out if you haven't already. Sneaking early access now. Yeah, getting into it now, aren't you? Sound and vision okay, brilliant. Hey Transport Noah, how are you? Yeah, it was kind of like earlier this week I thought to myself, I say because I'm not uploading on Fridays at the moment because I'm having a little bit of a breather from it. I just kind of like thought to myself, I thought tonight, because I've got a lot of stuff happening next week, I thought I'd just have a little bit of a breather and get on with you guys for a little bit, just to catch up and stuff. So that's why I just thought, I'd come on here and talk to you guys for a little while. So yeah, all good, brill. With that in mind, I say I'll catch up with comments as we're going along. But in terms of videos and stuff, got some interesting stuff coming up. Like some let's say before I lose my train of thought. In terms of content, I've been traveling around a little bit. Been getting to a few different places. I even posted that I even went to Wales for the first time. That was really good. Went to 2 places in Wales. Lovely places. Like Llandudno, for example, it was lovely. The hills, but I like scenic places. I love a bit of scenery, like especially with certain places like North Wales, Cumbria, Scotland. Scotland's my favourite when it comes to scenery, and that's why I think I love Scotland. So yeah, I definitely love a bit of scenery, me. Let's see, why vid when you can stream? Well, I think with videos, of course, there's obviously you can obviously film stuff, put together all the footage, make it look like as however you want it to look. So yeah, but I think with streaming, it's like everything happens in the moment. You can't change what's going to obviously happens. What happens. But sometimes maybe at some point I should probably try and stream from a railway station or something. I don't know, maybe like some of the railway stations around Leeds, like Kirkstall Forge, or let's see, or maybe Appley Bridge, well, it's outside of Leeds, or somewhere on the Harrogate line. Yeah, so I might need to do that at some point. I do film trains at stations, but I do need to do some more train spotting from, and maybe do a live stream at some point. So, how am I today? I'm doing okay. Had a little bit. It's been up and down through the week, but you know, what you got to remember is you've always got to try and stay positive. Sure, sometimes things hit us, like, you know, unpleasant things happen sometimes, but it's always best, you know, to try and like do things, you know, that can help boost your mood. Even I sometimes find it hard, you know, myself, and you know, even that little thing, like for example, like riding a train somewhere, or reaching out to friends. It has a huge difference on, you know, someone's mood, and you know, it can really, you know, make a difference to somebody's day. So it's always best, you know, to check in with a friend, see how they're doing, you know, always good, you know, to check in on somebody. Platform 1 at Appley Bridge. I thought you said Appley Bridge for a second. Now, thing is, right, there's an Appley Bridge station in Yorkshire, and I believe there's an Appley Bridge station in the northwest of England. Now, I've not been to Appley Bridge, but it'd be so easily, if somebody said Appley Bridge to me, I'd be thinking Appley Bridge on the Airedale and Wharfdale line. I get confused. But yeah, yeah. Oh, I can see it all kicking off in the chat already. But I'll catch up. But yeah, if you're going to film Appley Bridge Station, let's say, from my knowledge, I'll probably say platform 2, because you get the view of the trains, you know, going towards that Appley Junction that go up towards Ilkley, and then trains coming straight down. That's what I would say. When I was there, I filmed from platform 1, and that was you can see the bridge near the tunnel. And yeah, so yeah, maybe need to do platform 2 if I'm there next time, whatever the best platform is. That's sometimes hard, you know, trying to find, you know, the best platform. So where am I before I get lost? Don't worry, I'm trying to keep up. If I ramble on, I have a habit of talking a lot, so you know, people say I talk a lot, and that's just a habit of mine, because as I mentioned in one of my videos, I have autism. I was diagnosed with autism, and one of my difficulties is, you know, trying to like socialise with people, and one of the things linked to that is I talk a lot. So, you know, you know, I guess there's nothing wrong with that. I just get chatty, but nothing wrong with, you know, chatty person sometimes. So yeah, let's see. Went to London to have a look around. Yeah, London is a lot to see in the south of the UK. London, I've been, been right outside. I've even been up the Shard, the UK's tallest building, and you can see down like the skyline, you know, of London. It's pretty incredible. You know, it's, as if you know, if you don't mind heights, of course. But yeah, I love. I'm into skyscrapers as well, and some of you guys know I'm into lifts as well, or elevators, whatever you want to call them. Free freeze to Ilkley and Menston. Nice, yeah. I went on a free today, actually. I was coming down to Leeds from Skipton. I went to Skipton for a little bit. And yeah, nice place is Skipton. I like going for walks up there sometimes, so I do sometimes drop by there. So, are you going to attend Clan Fairfield Greenwood? Gee, if you could put the full word in, that would help. I'm gonna need to Google that, because a lot of the Welsh stations I'm not gonna be able to pronounce. So somebody's gonna have to teach me. basically. I'm going to have to try. Whenever I go to Wales in the future, I need to try and practice my Welsh a bit, because honestly, I suck when it comes to Welsh, so sorry, G. Oh dear. Favorite train is ScotRail 170s. Oh, I love the ScotRail Turbo Stars. I even took one up to Inverness on the Highland Main Line, and because obviously some of the ScotRail units went to Northern, they, it kind of felt like I was on Northern again in a way, except the PIS, the screens were original. And for those who don't know, they sadly changed it on Northern. But it felt like, it felt like a lovely change from going along Harrogate and Hull and Goole, wherever the Turbo Stars normally go. And yeah. Oh yeah, do we have any Harrogate loop block people on here? I know a lot of my viewers are on the Harrogate line. Do we have any Harrogate lot on here? Be interested to know, because I've noticed a lot of my viewers are there, and that's why I visited all the stations on the Harrogate line. I need to visit, I need to do all stations on another line at some point. I'm potentially thinking York by Garforth or Airedale and Wharfdale, or maybe Calder Valley. I know I took a train ride along there, filmed a train ride, but I haven't visited all the stations on there. Only passed through, if anything. Need to wait. Need a wee turn. That makes sense, yeah. Like, I'll give you an example. Horse Forth. You can break down Horsforth, for example. Horsforth Station. That's as I do know a few of the stations around Leeds. There's also Cross Gates. I kind of see why you could break the stations down. Headingley, you can't really. Burley Park. I'm going through the stations on certain lines. What else? Panel. What do I think of? A little panel, random panel. Except change the spelling on it, you get a little panel. I even joked about that when I was at Panel Station, because I don't know if you've seen, Northern have installed these brand new screens. They kind of remind, like, you see like these like little panels sometimes, in the shelters. Where do I get that from? I don't know. The name just props to mind when I think of that. What else? Hornbeam, Harrogate, Starbeck, Knaresborough, Cattle, Hammerton. Yeah, Hammerton. Yeah, I can see how you break that down. Poppleton, maybe York. Obviously, York Station. Going down Church Fenton, Micklefield, East Garforth, Crossgates. I'm sorry, I'm wrong. I'm going on here about different things. This is I have a habit of going on. Wheaton's a good station. Yeah. If you're gonna ask me what my favourite station on the Harrogate line is, difficult one. I do like Knaresborough. Station. I do like Harrogate Station as well. Wheaton's nice. What else? Yeah, I know I missed Ollerskelf because trains. If you're on those two lanes, there's two tracks that don't even go through the station. Like, you're not on the platform. That's why I automatically missed Ollerskelf, because I don't think I've ever stopped at Ollerskelf except for that one time on a 170 back from Hull to York. Let's see. Yeah, same G. I'm getting confused with the Appley Bridge stations. Do not get me confused with Appley Bridge and Appley Bridge. Appley Bridge and Appley Bridge. Same stations. Yeah, I've got an idea, right? I should probably do a challenge where I should go, film video, right? From Appley Bridge Station to Appley Bridge. Now, people are going to get confused by that, aren't they? Why do I want to do that? Or, even better, Mills Hill to Mill Hill, because there's actually a Mills Hill station and a Mill Hill station in the northwest of England. Give me ideas. I may need to try that now. If somebody said that the stations stand too like each other, I'm gonna get confused. I'll look at the wrong station and then and then I'll get confused. So, yeah, but in terms of the northwest of England, other than Yorkshire, I feel the northwest of England's like the other part that I've been round the most. Behind Scotland and a few other places, but I do go in the northwest a lot, like Manchester, Liverpool, Preston, Blackpool. Been off at Wigan a few times, Wigan Northwestern and Wigan Walgate. They're both good stations. And I once got an Avanti service from Wigan as well. I think twice I've gone from Wigan somewhere. Yeah, twice. So yeah, I have been at Wigan. What makes a good lift? Well, from my experience, firstly, it works. Obviously, how can you have a lift if it doesn't work? If it doesn't keep breaking, of course. Nice interior. Not cheap, flimsy, material. Well made. Runs efficiently. Trust me, a lot of modern lifts a lot of these old lifts get modernised and don't even run as good anymore, and they take so long sometimes for the doors to open. And I'm like, come on, why is it taking so long for the doors to open? I mean, I don't have all day. I've got things to be doing in my own life. So and there's loads of varieties of it. I could go on about it. If you want to know a bit more, just let me know, G, because I could give you a list. Yeah. Went to London. Yeah, London's. Yeah. Did you say that in an earlier comment? Yeah. So, lot to see in London, as I said, because I know I mentioned it before. Before I get lost in the chat. Platform 2, yeah, you could see more, I think, going, both ways, so, yeah, you could see in both, directions a bit better, I think, from Platform 2, because I filmed at Platform 1, so as I mentioned before. Discord, Hornbeam Park, yeah, I think Hornbeam Park, is like, an estate. I've been around it a few times. I know there's a number of office buildings there, and I know there's a college there as well, and I know there's a few other places. I believe, because I've been around it a few times. But there's that big field behind it as well. So there's that as well. Yeah, I just wanted to. All the Harrogate Loop stations in 2 seconds. Alright, let's carry. Let's see how long it'll take me. Burley Park, Headingley, Horsforth, Wheaton, Panel, Hornby Park, Harrogate, Starbeck, Knaresborough, Castle, Hamilton, Poppleton. That was probably more like 4 seconds. I could do it in 4 seconds. Pointless journey. Yeah, so pointless. I did kind of like did a pointless one from Bradford Forster Square to Interchange in one of my earlier videos. And you'd be asking yourself, why would any person want to do that? It's so boring and a waste of time. It's not about that for us. I feel for us it's fun. It's part of the fun. Riding different train types, exploring as well. Because as I'm going along as well, I'm trying to tick off some stations as well, and even mapping all the places around the UK I've been, all the way down from Kent, all the way down south, all the way up to Inverness in the Highlands of Scotland. Let's see. Yeah, Nick Badley. Yeah, he's good as well. I recommend checking him out. He's got some good content. Dundee. Yeah, Dundee's lovely. I've been to Dundee. I think I've been at all the 7 cities of Scotland. I've been at Edinburgh, Glasgow, Perth, because I got off at Perth because I had a disruption when I was supposed to go up to Inverness the first time. Dundee, you got that thing's called the Tay Road Bridge. Yeah, I was gonna walk over it like the whole stretch of it, but I'd have been too tired, and I didn't have time anyway because I had to get back down to Edinburgh Waverley. But if I happen to be up there again in the future, I will try to walk over it as long as it doesn't do my back in. Um, so yeah, so yeah, Dundee's Dundee's nice. Aberdeen, I've been to Aberdeen. Nice place, but although built up. Um, where else have I been? I've been off at Stirling, but only to change trains. If you saw in that Highland Mainline video I made when I was going up to Inverness, I changed at Stirling, and that's the only taste of Stirling I got. I went for a walk around Perth. Perth's really nice, but I think the favourite thing, about that day, riding that Turbo Star 174.33 was going all the way up to Inverness along the Highland Main Line. It was scenic, train type, the Turbo Star, brilliant. And, it was probably my favourite train ride I've taken so far. And I thought it was, personally, in my opinion, slightly better than, the Settle to Carlisle line with the hills, the scenery as you go along. I still need to try the West Highland line. I've heard stuff about the West Highland line, and apparently it's one of the most scenic journeys in the whole of the UK, but they're operated by 156s, but I'd be happy to try it out someday. All the way to Fort William or Malay. And staying with Cardiff House, that sounds like a lovely line via Strathcarron. You can get a 158 out of Inverness to Cardiff House. So if I'm ever up there again, I'll check it out. But yeah, Inverness is probably my favourite place I've been to in Scotland. It's lovely as Inverness. The hills you come in on the train, and the scenery is just beautiful. So definitely recommend Inverness. Appley Bridge, it's in the northwest of England. I think G Loves Trains will be able to help, be able to answer that one, because obviously, anybody in the northwest, because obviously my knowledge of the northwest of England, I haven't been at all the stations. I know a bit about it, but I haven't been on all lines. So let's see. Let's see. I feel I might be going a little bit behind the chat here. Hope you have a great birthday, Dexter. Yeah, it's always good to, go to places that you've never been to before. A year ago, when I obviously was in the very early stages of Reece's trains, I was only going as far as Skipton, Settle, York, and Wakefield. And now look at me a year on. My independence has built dramatically. I'm now venturing a wider part of the United Kingdom, going to places I've personally never ever been to before, and it's been life changing. It's been amazing for me. Being able, to explore my true self, and being able to document it and create a fan base. Taking people along, exploring things, even if people have never been to these places before. It's always good to explore and share knowledge. If people go to these places in the future, know what it's about. Of course, there's other people been to loads of other places, but it's always good to explore, ride different train types, and yeah, all sorts. Just explore, and with your interests is what I'd say. Let's see. Appleby's a nice station. I haven't been off there at Appleby yet, but it's a nice station. I have been through. I think the views from Kirby Stephen are lovely as well. I mean, obviously, if I'm right thinking, you could stop at Ribblehead and Kirby Stephen Station, which I think is unique about that line, which is really good. But yeah, nice station, Appleby. I like Kirby Stephen. I like Garsdale as well, and Dent. Ribblehead's lovely. Settle's nice. Skipton is nice. I'm there a fair bit. And just thinking of other stations. Armouthwaite's nice as well. I like Armouthwaite. And Carlisle's a nice station. Same with Newcastle, same with York, etc. Yeah. Are you on about my when you say that was great? You're on about my attempt at Welsh G, because I am literally literally trying. I'm learning. Hey Carolina, good to see you on here. How you doing? Nice to see some of my elevator enthusiast lot on here too. I do also have another YouTube channel as well called Lift Inspector. This is like, you know, when I was filming lifts. I haven't uploaded on there in a while, but like I film different types of lifts, you know, and stuff like that. So you know, we all have different interests, and we all have, you know, different, you know, tastes of interests. So let's see. Yeah, Highland Mainline was great. I really enjoyed yeah, really enjoyed the Highland Mainline. One of my favourite rides, my favourite ride on the Turbo Star so far. It was amazing. Really enjoyed it. Let's see. Alive on the news, Class 158 ScotRail. Are you on about in real life or are you on Train Sim? Because I did a video about it from Kirkcaldy Station. I think that's how you pronounce it, Kirkcaldy. I'm trying to practice my Scottish station announcements as well. It's not announcements, but station pronunciations as well. Yeah, I say, I think most of the time when you like, unless you book it in advance, they usually sell anytime tickets, which can be more expensive. So stay at Dent Station, yeah. Dent's a nice station. And Hellifield as well. Oh, I didn't know you could stay at Hellifield. I honestly didn't know that. Never been on a settled Carlisle before. Yeah, I'd really recommend it. Really recommend it. It's a lovely railway line, you know, going up through, you know, because it starts in Leeds, go through all the Airedale and Wharfdale line up to Skipton, and then continues all the way through through Settle, and continues up that way. And as you get further up, the scenery it's lovely. But you know, it's obviously one of my favourite, you know, railway lines still. But I think as you go on more, you explore more, you see what's out there more in terms of, you know, riding, you know, different lines and stuff. So, favourite trip has to be Highland Main Line, going all the way up to Inverness. I love Scotland. My favourite part of the UK, personally. I love the scenery. Love the, you know, the trains. The stations are really nice. Still a lot of Scotland I've not explored yet, especially, you know, towards Glasgow and along the Clyde, you know, Clyde area. I've not been on yet, so I still need to do some more of that at some point. I still need to try the 380s. The 380s by ScotRail I need to still need to try. I've been on the 385, the ScotRail Express from Edinburgh Waverley to Glasgow Central one time, and even from Edinburgh Park up to Stirling, where I went to change trains in that video, as you guys all remember. However, I was hoping I'd get 385s, but you know what happened? I kept getting 334s. And the 334s, even though they're not by any means my favourite type of trains, they kind of felt like my commuter trains in a way, going into Edinburgh Waverley from Edinburgh Park. And at one point, I was going on them a lot, to the point where I had to go to Edinburgh Gateway, get off there, and go for a little walk, so I'm clear of the 334s. And what happened? I got a 158. No, did I say 358? Or did I say 334? 334. Why am I getting all messed up? I get that thinking where and sometimes like I get scrambled. But yeah, 358. Does the 358 train exist, by the way? I would do a Google search, but I can't be bothered right now. Let's see. Train sim what? Oh, okay, so I mean, I have the computer up, but what I would have to do is, if I did that, I would have to switch from my laptop that I'm using now onto the PC behind me, because obviously that's got more power to obviously run games on there. Because I've got Train Sim and Train Sim World 4. So I could see if I could get it up, but obviously it depends if my Streamlabs will behave itself, or it might be a case I might have to shut down this stream and start a separate one. I don't know if I'm able to do that, but let's see. Well, it's telling me I'm not live on there, even though it's clear that I'm live on it here, which is strange. Technology for you, it's weird. But yeah, I do love riding around on Train Sim. Both Train Sims, even the older Train Sim and the Train Sim World 4. And it's even good. You've got some of the like lines you have in real life. I think the most familiar one to me is obviously the Harrogate line, because I feel like I'm on that line a lot. Because obviously I go up to Harrogate, Knaresborough, blah blah blah, up that way, York a little bit. So I do, I do go up that way a fair bit. So yeah, well, as I say, if I've got time, I'll see if I can get it up. But that's if it will cooperate and switching devices from this to the other, and also reconnecting my microphone and then I'll get on, and then you guys won't hear a word I say, because obviously my mic's broke. Well, not broke, but the lead on it's so annoying. Doesn't even work half the time. I love the seats on the ScotRail 158 and Turbo Star. Oh yeah, definitely agree. The 158s, they're really, they're really comfy seats. I mean, they're much more comfy than the ones that were installed on Northern. I mean, they might be the same as the 331s, the 195 and 331s, the Civities, but I feel that the shapes, like, they have the shape of an ironing board seat, to the point where even though at first they might seem comfortable, I thought they were comfortable, sitting in them for a long period of time, we do start to feel a little bit uncomfortable. But my favourite seats, I think, has to be the HST's first class seats. Wow, they're so comfortable. You can easily rest, you can recline, and they're the most comfortable seats I've sat on a train so far. And I remember, going on about how comfortable the seats are, and I keep banging on about why aren't train seats as comfy these days? Like compared to like the older trains, for example. But it's the way it is. Let's see. You can imagine that I will like the 380s. Yeah, I'll be sure to try the 380s out at some point. I haven't been on a 380 yet. Been on a 385. That was the first time I ever rode ScotRail. Then I went on to the Turbo Stars, then the 158s, then the HST. But obviously my favourite is the Turbo Star. Obviously I'm a Turbo Star bassy guy. The engine sounds like bass. Like somebody turned the bass right up and all you hear is brr, brr, brr. Sometimes it's, I got it off another video. It's so funny. Cumbrian Coastline, I still need to do it. I've been going to loads of different places around the UK that I've kind of like kind of like the northwest has kind of got a little bit sidelined, if you know what I mean. But I'm gonna try and do a bit of Cumbria, to be honest, like Windermere, maybe taking a bus to Keswick, because Keswick's lovely. I've been there with family. Beautiful place. The hills, it's beautiful as Keswick. Same with Kirby Lonsdale, even though they're not accessible by train. Some of these, some of the car journeys around there. As I say, I've been in the car with family before, and the views are just lovely. If you know of any beautiful places in Cumbria, let me know, and I'll see if I can check them out. But I need to do some more filming in Cumbria. I got there a lot with family. My family obviously love Cumbria; it's their favourite place because of obviously how beautiful it is up there. I mean, it is nice. It is nice. Yeah, I know. Train Sim World 4. You know what? I feel it's gonna happen. I feel it will happen. They're gonna add the Harrogate line to Train Sim World 4. I can see it happening at some point or another. Because they did it with Train Sim, didn't they? They added the Harrogate line to Train Sim. But nobody's yet created the Airedale and Wharfdale line. And that annoys me a little bit. Nobody's created the Class 331, the Class 333. There's a number of trains that are missing from Train Sim, which is, a bit of a shame, to be honest. I think the good thing with Train Sim as well is you can you can take trains. You don't have to worry about route clearance or any of that, or train crew, etc. Blah 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 blah. You can just drive the trains wherever you want. You can drive them at speed. You can drive them over the speed limit, and obviously you can you can obviously crash them in Train Simulator, of course, if you obviously went too fast around the corner. But obviously, that's obviously in virtual world. Obviously, obviously such a thing would never happen in real life, because obviously there's laws and all that behind it, and obviously passenger safety is obviously utmost importance and everything like that. Yeah, Northern's 170s, they're free carriages. Their seats are comfy, but they had a little bit of a refresh, I think. With they had, but when they moved to Northern, they changed the ScotRail, obviously the ScotRail seating on 453 to 461, 472 to 478 to the new. Obviously they changed it, to this pattern of seating which looked comfortable. And obviously they changed it again, and they've also changed the PIS screens on the 170s. One of my favourite features about the 170s, and obviously they could have made it work with the original, PIS. And I feel the new Train FX is just too bright. It's just a lot, it can be dazzling sometimes in the in the cab, but that's just my opinion on it, but I much prefer the older, PIS. But that's just me. Hey, Elevator Airplane Finder, Cam, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Yeah, I'm doing okay. Doing good now that I'm talking to you guys, being able to hang out with you guys for a little bit always helps. Chatting, with you all about interests and stuff. It always helps, linking with people like that. Okay, Noah, thanks for hopping on. Good to see you. Have a good night. See you soon. Yeah, free car 158s. Oh, okay. I thought you meant the 170. Sorry. Yeah, the 158s. They're obviously probably most comfortable of the Northern 158s, to be honest. As you know, they installed the newer seats on the other 158s, the same ones that they have on the 70s, which obviously aren't as comfortable. They installed them, but but they're a bit low down. I will say they will feel a bit low down. I'll say the same with the 155, the 150, and I even when riding the Pacer. Because I did ride the Pacer before they were thrown in the bin. I do remember riding the Pacers. Remember they were taken out of service, and obviously the 195 and 331s came in. But yeah, the Pacers, they were okay in my opinion. They were bouncy, but yeah, I have some memories of the Pacers. Some people like them. I even know some people that don't like them, but but in my opinion, I don't massively mind them. Heritage lines, Keighley and Worth Valley. I still need to do that. There's so many lines that I could possibly do that I've not even done yet. Like I've done a lot of the mainline lines, going along. I might drop by Keighley Station to have a look at it actually at some point. Thinking about it, because I've dropped by all the like a lot of the trains that go on, obviously mainline trains, like mainline stations, etc. So yeah, I tend to go on those a fair bit. Just trying to catch up with the chat here. I'm not too far behind. 331107. Yeah, I haven't been on that unit in a little while. When I made that video back in February, that was my favourite unit. But that unit's still fond to me, of course. But I think as time's gone on and I've ridden more trains, I kind of like my interest in other trains has built. Like, let's say for example, the Avanti Pendolino, the Class 170 Turbo Star, and other different types of trains. Have kind of like built up on me. And obviously seeing flaws with the 195 331s, like seating, poor window alignment with the seats in the centre of the carriages, among a few other little bits and pieces, kind of like altered my opinion a little bit. Not to say that I'm a jet, because I still like the 331s and 195s. I still think they're good trains, but it always sucks when you're trolled into a crap seat, where you get thrown against a pillar and you can't even see out, basically. But that's just my opinion. But yeah, 33117. I'll definitely do another ride on it at some point. But I need to find a favourite Turbo Star unit. I think, next time I go to Scotland, I'm gonna find a ScotRail 170. That's gonna be my favourite 170. I think I've got to do that. I'm going to do a little random ride. Let's say, for example, I'm going up to, Dundee or Tweedbank or something. I might go have a look. But, we'll see. We'll see when the time comes, because I might pop up again, next year, depending on my schedule and stuff. Anyways, moving on. Pacers. Oh, they really screech. The same can be said about, the 150s, the Sprinters, especially about the 150s and the 155s. They do screech when you're like braking, stopping at a station or a junction, and yeah, they really do screech. I mean, they are pretty loud. I'm back, likely buying something. Ooh, but it's brand new. Interesting. Please do all stations: Leeds to York to Ullerskelv, Church Fenton, Micklefield, Garforth, East Garforth, Crossgates, and Leeds. I actually, thinking about it, could do that. Thinking about it, I might do that. I'm just thinking, maybe, because I could, if I get an anytime single ticket for either York to Leeds or Leeds to York, and it includes Ullerskelv, then I could do all those stations and make that a video. How many stations is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stations. Because you got Crossgate, Scarforth, East Scarforth, Micklefield, Church Fenton, Ullerskelf. So yeah, it's doable. I can do that. Just need to figure out when I'm gonna film it and when I'm gonna and when I'm gonna get round to it at some point. So yeah, I'll have a think. I'll have a think. Just need to organise all my videos because I've got videos from like different parts of the UK coming out. And I've got a lot of editing to do as well. And I'm taking a different approach to my videos. Like, for example, I'm trying a different tactic with doing voiceovers, like talking over, like, instead of like talking on the train, like people pulling looks. Because sometimes like when you're filming and stuff, people are like this, they look around, see what you're doing, etc. I understand people are nosy and people like, are interested to see what's going on. But you get people sometimes who look at you, or sometimes even pull funny faces by the fact why you're filming. Like, it's not, you don't see people do it all the time. People got to remember, we all have, our own interests. I mean, and that's fine, Like, for example, I saw a group of people, filming trains, outside, as I was leaving, Leeds Station early today to head up to Skipton. I didn't even, think about it. I thought, that's fine, it shouldn't, photography or filmography shouldn't be seen as negative. I mean, I've been challenged, I think, twice for filming, but I just be like, screw them. It's my life. I'll get on with what I need to do. If people are gonna be, if people are gonna be like that, that's all on them. I'm not changing things around because of what other people think. And that's why I'd say to all of you, if people try and be silly or get jealous about things, don't let it stop you. Because I'll be honest, I've seen it with a few YouTubers, some of the big ones, where people have just said like people get jealous and people like and they throw out negative comments. I mean, there's no need for it. There really is no need for it. Just be happy about the fact people enjoying life, and we all enjoying life. We all living life, and sometimes even though like we all have like our own personal stuff happening in life as well, and all our own little things, I think sometimes like it's trying to like find that balance between being able to go out vlogging and also work and other bits and pieces in life. It's about working out like a balance between like multiple different things, if that kind of makes sense. Because I'm obviously I've got a lot of stuff going on in my personal life at the moment, and it's about trying to balance all that out. So I'm in a routine where I can still go out filming trains while doing all of things like work and blah 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 blah. It's about finding a balance, and being able to do that, and also living good life out of it as well, and being successful about it. That's just my take on it, but yeah. Okay, Ian. Good to see you on here. Catch up with you soon. Have a good night. Let's see. Poor 331107. Yeah, I know. Don't get me wrong. The unit, of course, it's still my favourite 331, of course. That number, when I see the unit 331107, it stands out, because obviously that was the unit that started, my railway, journey from where I did that little run from Leeds to Skipton, where I was barely travelling all the country, and now a year on, I'm going all kinds of places, like, up into the Highlands of Scotland, all the way down to Kent. I still need to do the southwest of England, and do, areas like Brighton, Bournemouth, Uckfield, those places in the south. I may need to get on a class 171 and ride one, but that unit 107 will always be memorable for the fact it began the journey, and I'm still happy to go over to the northwest of England and ride the unit in a little while. But I think something about the turbo stars, to be honest, the comfy seats, the interior, and I think other trains, going on other trains as well, has kind of like made me realize that there are more trains out there to explore, and there's different variety of trains. Like when I obviously found that unit was my favorite at the time, obviously that unit was obviously my knowledge of trains was not as broad as it is now. Like I have a much greater knowledge of trains and routes, even places, than I did a year ago. Like my knowledge was very limited back then, but now I'm going further. Now I'm venturing. Now I'm going further and further and further and further, to the point where I just I you learn as you go. You learn as you go, and you also get inspiration from other people, and about interests and stuff, and it's always good to get inspiration from the people you're surrounded by and stuff. So yeah, yeah, don't let people ruin your fun. Absolutely true. Very important. Obviously, there's a lot of people out there who get jealous, or who get, upset, or cause problems on themselves, just because just because they feel that they can't, do that kind of thing, or they're not, up to it, and they think it's right. They want to try and shut us down. But the truth is, it won't work. They can try. They can try all kinds of things, but it won't work. I think people sometimes need to realize that that we all have lives going on outside of social media. We're not on social media 24/7. We don't have time to be dealing with some people's nonsense. No offense on anybody, but it's just sometimes you've got to set boundaries with it, I think. Yeah. So it's just how some people are sometimes. Sometimes people just what's the word? Sometimes people just like to push negative like stuff on for like for no for like silly reasons, really. I've seen it before where people have just got seen something, and then they like to troll, and they think they're all cool and all that, but it's not cool, and they're making themselves look like a fool, in my opinion. Because your opinion on the internet. I'm going on about this a lot because obviously I'm kind of getting into this. But some people might think, like I've seen comments on videos before saying, "Oh, why are you doing this? It's just a train. It's just that. Oh, don't do this." I mean, that's social pressurizing, and then it's probably some troll behind a keyboard trying to cause drama and all that. But best thing to do, obviously, just ignore them, because obviously we don't have time for them, and that's how I see it. And obviously, you're gonna get trolls sometimes. You're gonna get people who are gonna get, what's the word? Who are gonna get, who are gonna throw, nasty things at you. But it obviously, doing that, whatever you comment on the internet, of course, it sets your reputation, of, if they see a comment, they see a nice comment, of course, and you see you're friendly, obviously they'll interact, and they'll think, oh, but if you're being, let's say, for example, don't do this, don't do that, or, why would you do that? Those silly comments, I would just ignore them, or if I was bored, drive them into their own game, like, and stir them up in their head to the point where they realise they're losing the battle, because sometimes sometimes people need to get a life. It's not hard. No need for people to ever be jealous. If they want to film it, they can too. Yeah, exactly. Like, for example, like, obviously a number of people I've seen have obviously been getting comments, about people doing this, doing that. Come on, guys. you can achieve that too. You can achieve it. Going out there and filming trains, of course, and and sometimes it's about finding that balance between your work life, of course. Obviously, that takes up a big part of your life, of course. Personal things like like other things, for example, and obviously your obviously finding time to do it. But if people want to do it, start little, start small, and build up. You don't have to be like, oh, there's this star on the internet, they're doing fantastic videos, I want to be like them. Just don't be like them. Just start out. It's okay to get some inspiration, but just don't copy. Some people just want to copy, and then it obviously makes, obviously obviously it doesn't make their content unique as such. But but it's okay to get inspiration. I mean, it's fine to get inspiration. I mean, there's a few YouTubers out there who I get inspiration from, who I look up to for videos, and that is fine. But obviously, it's when people get obviously it's obviously when people think, oh, they want to be like them or stuff. But just be you. Just be you. What I'd say is just be you. Create your videos how you create them, whatever works best for you, and build. Just take it slowly, build upwards. Because like when I started out with Reece's Trains, it took time. It's something that's not going to happen overnight. When I started with Reece's Trains, I didn't have as much knowledge in video editing, or I putting together loads of clips. I thought it would ruin my video, but I've gone for inspiration from other people, and I thought, okay, maybe that'll work on my videos. Just getting inspiration will work on the videos, if you kind of seen what I mean. I know I'm rambling on about it, but it's just just stating out what will work. But yeah, people can get out there, and if people obviously if they want to film stuff, enjoy their interests, do so. Obviously, as long as it's appropriate, of course. Yeah. I'm out of breath now doing all that talking. I talk a lot, I really do. Right, next. Some people think filming trains, but yeah, I don't care. Yeah, some people are going to be like that. People say, are you filming? I had a conductor. I had a guard on a northern service one time said, this was when I was obviously on the Harrogate line, I know I talked about it before. He said to me, you can't go around filming on trains, it's a security issue. I mean, it's a load of nonsense. And, people, you get really enthusiastic filming all the time. Obviously, I'm not filming other stuff, but, it's, it's how people are. It's just the way it is, but yeah, it's the way it is. Sometimes people are like that, aren't they? But just be you. Don't be, don't let others stop you, basically. So yeah. Off to bed. No worries, G. Thanks for popping on. Good to see you. I'll catch up with you at some point. Have a good night. I'm probably going to be wrapping up very soon anyway, because I think I need to get off in about 10 minutes anyway, because I've got some family stuff I need to do. But yeah, I've been talking a lot tonight, guys. I do a lot of talking. But I think it's good to speak things out as they are and raise awareness of things and stuff. Yeah, it's one of those things sometimes. But yeah, different hobbies. Yeah, as long as you don't. Yeah, exactly. Whatever makes us happy. Yeah, obviously some people see a camera. Are you filming? Don't do it. You obviously then they come out loads of crap. Can't stand it. I just think they're idiots. Don't need to put up with that silly stuff. And yeah, just crack on my own life, as I'd say. So I see people are starting to drop off a bit now, so I'm probably going to end the stream probably in about 5 minutes or so. I might do another one again at some point if you guys are up for that. I'll see when I can be free. I've got a busy couple weeks coming up, but I could see when I can. I could see when I can get one filmed. well, not one film, but a live stream setup. I say the link, if you want to join the Discord server, it is pinned in the description. I will check that shortly. See if we've had any newcomers as such. I'll check now. Hold on a minute. I'm just going to get to. There's a link to the Discord if you want to join and hang out. We're a welcoming community. Everybody's welcome here. Just as I say, react to the check marks, penned approval, and then I'll add you in. Basically, so yeah. Any other questions? Anything anybody wants to ask me in the last few minutes before I call it a night? I mean, it's been good fun hanging out on here with you guys as always. And if you guys are up for more streams at some point, I'll be happy to do that. Just gonna check Discord, see what's going on. No, not much. As if you're gonna join the Discord, I know some people do this. Make sure you react to the check mark in the rules channel, because then we know you've read the rules, and then you'll get the pending approval roll. Then we can let you into the server, basically. So make sure you do that before you join, because otherwise I can't, let you in. Then obviously it'll lead to being thrown out after a period of time. So just keep the server tidy. So because I've seen you guys seem to be enjoying my streams, and I think if people seem to like my streams, I'll do more. Whenever time permits. Because obviously I've got my own life to worry about as well, and obviously got a boatload of videos to edit, from my rail filming and all that. Busy life I live. It's good to be busy. It's good to be busy. It's good to keep going. It's good for mental health as well. Yeah, I know. Yeah. I say just ignore those kind of people. You're always going to get people who think are going to be funny, and you get jobs worths as well. Like people claiming to be above everybody else, and it's not the way it should be. Talking a lot. More streams. Yeah, definitely we'll do more streams soon. Got some videos to edit. I'll do some editing and take it from there. Yeah, do that. I think that'll work nicely. Flipping heck, I'm getting tired now, I've had a bit of a day today, being around, going around places and stuff, It's been fun. Didn't do any filming, but it was good fun going around and stuff. So I think I'm probably going to end in the next 2 minutes. So any last thoughts, comments, anything? I have a video coming up on Tuesday. Keep an eye out for that one. I'm hoping it's going to be an interesting one. So I'm in the process of editing it. Keep an eye out for it. It's going to be interesting. Tuesday's video. I hope you all enjoy it. More streams. That'll happen. Yeah, that's fine. I'm calling it in a few minutes anyway. Just waiting. See, I'm going to end the stream at 10:11 bang on. So you got 3 minutes to leave your final thoughts and comments, and I'm signing off. Yeah, I'll get around to the 323s. I have been on 323, so they'll be coming out sometime during the next few months or so. Or maybe next month or so. We'll see. It depends on my schedule. We've got a lot of videos to edit, a lot of things to schedule out as well. Yeah, the sounds of the 323 are good. Just check and make sure I haven't missed anything. Yeah, 323 is a good sounding. I've seen them leave and go before. I have ridden one as well. Kind of trains are a bit dated, but they're nice. Um, 323, yeah, I've driven the 323s. You've got them on the Glossop line between Manchester Piccadilly and Hadfield, I think, and you've also got them on the Birmingham Cross City line. Yeah, got Birmingham's coming up. Birmingham videos coming up soon. Keep an eye out. Might have some stuff from Birmingham coming up, so keep an eye out. Got some stuff coming up, so yeah. Right, I think I'm gonna call it here. I've got 1 minute to go till I'm end the stream. I hope you've all enjoyed hanging out with me. I've really enjoyed it. It's obviously made me feel a bit better when I've had a few little blips and things here and there. You know, thanks. I'd say just say thanks for hanging out. You know, you've all been supportive. And those been supportive of the channel. So I'd say thank you. You know, I appreciate all the support from every single one of you. Even when I'm going through, you know, tough times sometimes, it really helps. And I can't wait to release more content for you all and more vlogs in due course. So, yeah. I think I'm going to end the stream here. So, thanks very much, guys, again. Have a restful night. And I will